Recently, I watched an interview with Spice, the Jamaican dancehall musician. And in the interview, she addressed colorism and the experience of being a dark skinned woman. She said that one of the ways for dark skinned women to embrace themselves is if black men choose them. Let's watch the clip.
I think it's very obvious that we still have colorism.
How do we navigate through that?
I think when our black men start treating our dark-skinned black woman like the prize that they are, that can change as well. But you notice our black men, they like to date a different.
I love Spice. She's a real bona fide bad gal, but I have to disagree with her. I am such a staunch believer in self determination, and I don't believe that anything that you want has to come from outside of yourself. And this topic actually makes me think of a Boom Shaka song, Haonyaka horatwa ke batho, no thome uitate, le bone bata horata, which I would translate to the moment you're banking on others to choose you before you choose yourself, you're lost. Self love, by definition, is inward facing, never outward. Is about developing such a rooted sense of self awareness that societal standards cannot sway it. That is what I'll be diving into in this video. I get where Spice is coming from. You know, as Black women, we love Black men so much. And the media that we do not control has spun this false narrative that Black men don't desire us and Black men don't love us. And I think we feel like if they would choose us and if they would love us, it would heal us from some of the wounds that we carry. Waiting on external validation for me is too much of an ask and would make me feel so powerless. What are we saying? That until a man chooses you, you are going to feel invalid. You're not going to feel love. You're not going to feel full, accepted, chosen, desired. Do we exist in self-loathing until society points and chooses us? A broken heart, disappointment, betrayal, and healing has really taught me that loving yourself truly is the greatest love of all. When I was young, you know, for me, those were just lyrics from a song. But with experience, I've really learned what that means. You know, there are instances where you can be in a relationship with a man who thinks you're the most beautiful girl in the world, but you never feel that way. Dark-skinned sister, you are on your own. It is such a lonely journey to look inward, to rewire your mind, let go, and be free of all the falsehoods that we have been taught about ourselves. Let's take a look into the root of the belief that dark-skinned women aren't beautiful. Who created this messaging that resulted in racial hierarchies and colorism? It was colonial systems whose purpose was to have mental power over us. Our ancient ancestors didn't judge each other according to their skin tones. They saw beauty in all melanated shades. When you look at the root of your beliefs and unravel them, and understand that your inferiority served somebody else's interests, then that belief starts to lose power. Instead of reacting to everything that you've ever heard or been told, sit with it and ask why. Why is it this way? Where does it come from? You know, they say curiosity killed the cat, but in this instance, I think that is a myth because curiosity freed the cat. Divine awareness of self, the understanding that I was not created an accident, has freed me in so many ways. And one of those ways is my natural hair journey. You know, when I went natural, I sat down and I thought, where does this belief that natural African hair is ugly comes from? And I went back to growing up and the women around me, my mom, my aunts, and they used to get their hair curled, straightened, textured in some sort of way. And those are just the things that I absorbed from them. And I went on to relax my hair and get weaves, but I sat and I thought, okay, I may have grown up around it, but is it really the truth? Am I agreeing that the way I was made was not on purpose, was not divine? There's something wrong with the way that I was created. It's one thing to say that we believe in God, but do we trust that? Do we embody that? We are here right now in these bodies, in this skin. How is that a mistake? And how is that not divine? We didn't consciously choose our idea of beauty. It was ingrained in our minds through media, through the people we saw around us, through history, through the beauty industry. We've spent so many years absorbing this narrative that it's not going to go away with one affirmation. It takes effort, it takes intentional effort. That voice in your head that says you're not enough, you're not pretty enough, you'd be prettier if you were lighter. Whose voice is that and where does it come from? Do you choose to still believe it? Let's talk about the most beautiful girls in the world. We all know them, we've seen them. The most beautiful girls are confident girls. It's in their presence, their confidence, their self awareness, and just being happy with who they are. There's something magnetic about a woman who embraces who she is and doesn't apologize for it. If we are aspiring for beauty, we should all aspire to be self aware and confident in who we are. Do I believe that Black men choosing dark skinned women and celebrating them matters? Of course it does. Love matters. How we treat each other matters. But I don't believe that's where our healing and self acceptance begins. Choose yourself first, choose yourself so hard that no external opinion will sway you. I thought that I'd share the thoughts that that interview aroused in me. I'm very curious to know what your take is on this topic. Please share in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Miss O, and this is Naturally Inspired.